and then we still have to rely on the damage output from both the Bruno and the Kimi to get the job done. But for Indonesia, oh boy, the later the game goes, the scarier it gets for Team Cambodia.
This is the decider. Game 3 in this best of 3. Who walks away with 2 points? Team Indonesia or Team Cambodia? This is a relatively quiet start compared to our previous openers. Paski, oh wait, no, never mind. I take it back. I take it back. Wadu already in the orange side of Team Indonesia.
Yep, it is a Cambodia thing after all. Pedal to the metal, forcing a flicker out of a run. I mean, that's not too shabby. They don't get the pressure Joe anymore, but they do take the beetle away. Witty shows up, provide a bit of support, but with Boxy around, it's going to help the teammates heal up. Witty taking fatal damage. First blood going over to Detective, and now they want more is Joe. Next on the chopping block, but Aran saves the teammate Shadow back in. Joe able to escape. Aran finds a takedown. Joe with the Shadow just dances around Team Cambodia, and this is just disastrous. 4 dead for Cambodia and a triple takedown for Aran.
Team Indonesia, they were able to weave through the heals that Boxy was providing. The extra sustain Wadu had by weaving in and out of the bushes. And again, Cambodia, their damage isn't as reliable yet. Now Zing is caught out between 2. Make that 3! 4!
And they give it to Kabuki too. I mean, it's almost fair to say that all 3 lanes collapse within a matter of 30 seconds. And this is definitely not what you want, right? This choke pick, not just a witty special, but also forcing Xing to make a decision. You want Flicker or do you want Purify? It's a lose-lose situation regardless. Aran shows up, there is the SOD. Joe still has the ultimate, just shadow kills his way. Witty finds the takedown. Traction post hits the glulet, so ends up getting nothing. It's 6 kills to 1, 2.5 minutes in. They lose you finally, but Detective is gonna end up going down. Brought underneath the turret. That's Kabuki with his 2nd kill. It's 7 kills to 2 in favor of Indonesia, Leo.
I don't know if Messi is the goal, but the first 2 minutes of this game was so messy. It was literally mayhem, chaos incarnate in the land of Dawn. Wait, am I reading this right? Is OP's first item not gonna be Wadu, Witty, flickering out? Is OP's first item gonna be a Sky Piercer?
Yeah, it feels like it seems like it, right? He has 2 expert gloves and he's not completing his boots, but he has no damage. Who are you executing? Who? That means that the only damage dealer, reliable one, is Xing, who just got his Heart's Claw, but he's not gonna participate in majority of these fights. So many questions that need to be answered. Kabuki does end up going down. The kill going to Detective, but Witty finds the kick, forces out the Purifier, the blast, airstrike from the Wiseman himself. And they pick up 2. Team Indonesia again winning out the skirmish.
And how unfortunate that it's Zing who dies in that whole exchange. Again, that's why there was so much effort from Team Cambodia to send dudes down there to try and get back farm on the Zing to get him back on track. Instead, it's Kabuki who gets a couple of kills and is in a better position. They're down what now? 1,000 and change up top. The fights don't stop.
Wadu is most likely going to get executed too. Joe just presses the ultimate, shadow kills. And that is going to be a 2nd takedown for this Hayabusa. I mean, Leo, despite it being so bloody, the fact that Cambodia is less than 2k behind, I guess is not too bad in the grand scheme of things.
And the turtle spawned. Let's see if they can regroup and, you know, recover from here. There's a man advantage for Indonesia, and it's already broken out.
The kick onto Boxy too. Joe gets the turtle, and unfortunately Boxy doesn't grab anyone. The SOD connects, no follow-up. Allows Team Cambodia to find a kill or 2 for themselves. They lose Oppie in the process. That's a round of a mega kill streak, but at least Team Cambodia gets something in return.
That's a 2 for 1. Oppie for Witty and Yehezkiel. I say it's still a wash because they did lose out on the turtle. Detective throwing no caution to the wind, trying to hunt down Kabuki. And oh no, it might be the same story as game 2. Conceal from Witty.
Xing doesn't have flicker, so they just jump onto him. He's trying to weave his way in, and now the Shadow Cube bounces on the Detective. So Xing able to survive that. Witty not able to catch up, but they lose Boxy in the process, so Indonesia still gets a win.
That's a clear 1,000 and change up for Indonesia. And the map, they're just so much speedier rotating onto the map. Even with Detective here. Aran finds the mount, sends him over.
Traction pulls only onto Witty. Fortunately for Wadu, he really can't do much. Oppi also needs to stay safe, and well, this time Indonesia really, they don't get much in return. Feather airstrike though, it's gonna shut down Oppi, who just isn't aware of where Aran is at.
Indonesia going full brawl server, and Cambodia are enabling them. Cambodia are actually walking into these fights looking for them. That is a tsunami slam onto Aran. In comes Wadu from the back. Oh, that's an unorthodox amount of discipline. They didn't pick that fight.
And there's no damage from Cambodia. I mean, Jing's soccer balls aren't hitting hard enough.
They're deflated.
They're gonna try again. Without Tsunami Sand, they still got a title strike, so yeah. Boxy's gonna sacrifice his life. No, he pressed the conceal at the end to somehow survive. They find Iesf, so that is a shutdown for Team Cambodia.
Iesf taken out. Closing the gap, but just barely. 2,000 between Indonesia and the Khmer. One more concealed from Witty. Who's he looking for?
Finds the slow, Aran flickers forward. They want Z. He gets out of range, but the SOD connects Kabuki with the kill, and now Kabuki is out of position. Doesn't get a cooldown for his reposition, so Oppi gets the punish. There's the Sky Piercer for this Kimmy. Aran walking away. Detective sees this going on, but he's a level behind Joe. This should be a free turtle for Team Indonesia. Detective will try, but in vain. Gets kicked backwards and now out of position. Pops to the Puissance, takes the Eye of the Storm. Cyclone Knight gets away, and they disengage.
Consider me confused. I am not used to this kind of high-octane MLBB. Just throwing bodies and catching fists. Indonesia able to make sense of it all and try and stop what was going on in the turtle, but I don't know how Detective did that. He just, it was a 1v1, and it was obvious that Zhu was actually up, but Zhu couldn't secure. That's a turtle, the final turtle for Cambodia.
And the third turtle is always a lot more important too. So it is, I mean, good news for Team Cambodia. They still are 2,000 behind. They have a, a boss cup they need to deal with. Bottom lane, Boxy gets kicked back. Musa needs to go down to the Shadow Strike. Seeing trying his best to do damage, and now Kabuki joins in. Gets found out of position as Wado chops it in half. Zing's gonna be the next target, and he also out of position. Double kill for Joe. Wants to look for Oppi, doesn't find it, but Wiseman is catching up. Oppi executes it with the Sky Piercer. Winnie over the wall, couldn't find it with the Chikundo. Oppi somehow escapes as Detective saves his mid laner.
Winnie trying to run away here. Wadu has eyes on him, has to let him go. Oh wow, Zhu was there. Zhu was just pushing.
He does have the ultimate. Can jump onto Wadu. He has max stacks. Boxy tries to save Wadu and is successful in doing so. I mean, talk about a high octane game. They still are going. They still are willing to fight. And now it's Winnie with the kick. Gets jumped on by Wadu. Winnie tries to escape. Goes down to the retribution of Detective. As both teams continue to trade body. Is Aran next. Here comes Joe and Iesf. And once more, Indonesia strikes back. The SOD from downtown Team Cambodia ends up taking a big fat L in the bottom lane. There's 3 dead. Detective wanting to run away with Aran on top of him. He gets brought back, but at least he's able to roll out to safety as the Lord spawns.
Yep. Detective pressed the Puissance just to make sure. We barely caught it, but Oppi gets slain 1v1 by Zhu. And this is all Team Indonesia right now. Free Lord for them as they barrel forward about 4,000 gold.
I mean, it's pretty obvious that one team is gassing out, and that team is Team Cambodia. When you're constantly fighting, you start losing track of the resources on the map, of what the enemy has left in the tank. Team Cambodia, we saw that happen. They kept on pushing the envelope, forgetting that Iesf and Joe are still around. Now Lord for Team Indonesia, and the goal gap start to widen.
It's currently at about 5,000 gold, barely under, as the Lord spawns in the top lane. Indonesia. This is the Brawl server. They are known as the Brawl server. I don't know what Team Cambodia was thinking. Zing is at 0 and 5. Oh, Iesf gets caught.
Presence purified, but still ends up going down. Good catch from Oppi. I think Cambodia finding some sort of a response. Kabuki pushing the bottom lane with Lord Empowered minions. Instant conceal from Team Cambodia. They want to catch Kabuki. 4 men coming in. Kabuki only has a Purify to work with. SOE reposition, presses Purify. Wadu takes the shot and allows Kabuki to get away. Perfect execution from the Moskov.
The MPL ID vet of so many seasons gets away from sure death. Team Indonesia continue to pick up the pace because of that attempted gank. But oh my god, Zing almost died!
And Wadu saves him by soaking up the damage from Jude. They take care of the Lord. No inhibitors in jeopardy. Team Cambodia holds on for another couple of minutes.
Because of that huge rotation down bottom, top lane got compromised. All of the turrets up there got demolished by the Lord, and with very little effort from Team Indonesia too. So now, the lead gets for sure cemented at 5k, and Team Indonesia can just keep playing the map this way. Again, they have macro superiority, the rotational speed from the Farsa, the Moskov can go from coast to coast. Cambodia have very little to gain by following that up. Yes, they have the Hilda, yes, they have the Baksha, but they shouldn't. They should just try and play defensively, put farm on Zing. He is anemic right now. He is down almost 2,000 gold. It's almost a full item.
Yeah. He just got his Malefic Gun. Same as, our man Kabuki, Little Ronaldo. He also got his Malefic Gun. Doesn't even need the Winds of Nature. Because as long as Zing can't touch him, he is just straight up safe. That extra range is going to help him out for sure. Indonesia, they can just keep holding this ground. It's not like Boxy will want to engage anyways. Every time Witty shows himself, it's a no-go for Team Cambodia.
And Witty here, I don't know if this has been checked last by Team Cambodia. The conceal coming in from Boxy, spots Yezkiel.
They want him gone. He presses Purify, he gets away. Detective on the case. As the fight now splits into 2 parts, Zing needs to back off. They find the assassination onto Oppie. Zing gets jumped on. Aran misses the engage, but there's just too much from the side of Team Indonesia. Witty can't get the kick off, but Leonardo Kabuki is just cleaning up the backline. Cambodia, they lose focus and they lose 4. And Team Indonesia can just run it down.
They smell blood in the water. It's endable for Team Indonesia. Only 1 defender, just Detective left.
They want to crack the case, but unfortunately for Team Cambodia, today is not the day. No Sherlock Holmes moment. Team Indonesia complete the reverse sweep. It's 2-1 in the opening series in the group stage.
They can't crack the case. Instead, they crack the base. Indonesia.